See, that would be... I feel like that would be a missed opportunity, even though that would be perfectly logical. I feel like that would be...
I don't think it's logical to have a bar joke in there.
I think... But you know what? This is wrestling. Since when does logic even matter?
It doesn't.
Come on.
Rule of cool. We have one of the guys in the chamber match who flipped over a truck and an ambulance.
That's perfectly logical.
And pulled scaffolding off from the... He tipped scaffolding over with a hook.
Yeah?
Okay, that last one actually could technically happen, but picking up a semi-truck and an ambulance?
Yeah.
And bench pressing it while eating some nails.
Yeah.
And taking a bite out of a hammer.
Well, yeah.
Braun's a beast.
Yeah, Braun Strowman is a very large man.
He's
a large man who knows his physics, and that's how he was able to accomplish all these things. When you understand physics, and when you're that large, when you grow up, you too can pull that off. But until then, Braun Strowman is our hope for our future.
Okay, so continuing on, what else happened on Raw?
Yes.
We had a pretty good match with the evil Sasha Banks and the lackluster Bayley. And it actually was a very good match.
Yeah, I like this match. I don't know why you're calling it lackluster.
Oh, I said Bayley is lackluster, and Sasha is evil because she's a bitch.
She's the boss.
She's the boss of bitchness. But
like I said,
all aside, these two definitely know how to work with each other. I definitely like Nia Jax showing up and just destroying both of them. And you had the fish face Charlie. That's right. I'm still calling her that. Coming, it's like, why?
Oh, Charlie Caruso.
Yes.
It took me a minute to who's what? Oh,
I'm sorry. To me, she looks like a fish. But that apparently is just me. But I'll still stand by it. She asked, "You took out Bayley and Sasha Banks. What's up with that?" I wish she said it like that. She's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, these two women took Ahsoka to her limit. And I just destroyed them in a matter of seconds. So, the same is going to happen to Ahsoka. Maybe. Not really. It's going to be a fun match too. But, in all seriousness, when it comes to the Raw Women's Division, it's actually building up to something. With Sasha, Bayley, and Nia, and Asuka. And then you have... Alexa Bliss and Mickie James forming some kind of union against the Absolution. What?
Oh no, nothing. Continue.
No. There's something brewing in that noggin of yours.
No. I just like the way this is going.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Because there's something.
No, there's.
It's building up to something that you're just gonna throw out of nowhere, like El Dandy.
What?
No. El Dandy is the example. You're building up to something amazing, and then you're just going to throw El Dandy at me.
No, I'm legitimately enjoying this build for this match.
The women's elimination chamber?
Yeah. And the fact that you're deliberately mispronouncing one of my favorite wrestlers' names just to attempt to spite me, which...
Ahsoka?
Yeah, her.
I'm the worst, aren't I?
Or, one other thing that I do want to bring up is that, I'm surprised we didn't bring this up earlier, the fact that it was announced that, speaking of the women's division, Ronda Rousey is going to be signing her contract for Raw at Elimination Chamber. Thoughts on this?
Yay?
That's it?
Okay.
Versus the fact that she's going to be Raw exclusive, which I didn't expect.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought she was... What, do you think she was going to go to SmackDown?
I thought it was entirely possible. I don't know what kind of...
As possible as that would be, the higher-ups at WWE look at Raw as the show to watch, as much as they trying to pull, like, both brands are looked at equally. But no, it really is, like, if you're on Raw, you matter.
Well, logically, I know you're correct, but still, there's this element of when they said that she was going to be Raw exclusive. I don't know. Part of it just got real for me. Like, okay, Ronda Rousey is legitimately joining the roster in a regular capacity. It was just a very unusual feeling to hear that.
Speaking of which, I'm actually going to pull an actual Scholar's Quick Talk here.
Yeah.
I've been nothing's confirmed. This is just discussions going on that I've read and I actually thought was very interesting. And I wanted to hear your opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar's contract for WWE is coming up mainly after WrestleMania. That's when his current contract is expiring. And people are suggesting, oh, well, with Brock Lesnar gone, are they going to have Paul Heyman leave too? Is Paul Heyman going to be involved with the product somehow? And people are wondering, why don't you just have Paul Heyman be the advocate for Ronda Rousey?
That seems like a natural progression. I mean, the fan base knows that Paul Heyman's worth. The company obviously knows Paul Heyman's worth as a speaker by now. I'm not sure where Ronda is at, either in an in-ring or promo capacity, but yeah. If that is in any indication, if there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and in order to just keep and maintain her mystique, I think pairing her up, making her a Paul Heyman girl, that is definitely a wise decision. I really hope they take him up on that.
I think so too. Imagine if she shakes hands with him the Raw after Mania.
Or what if she does it right before Mania?
I think the main focus will be probably heading towards with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar still being the Paul Heyman guy, and then once Brock Lesnar loses to Roman Reigns, it's going to happen. Unfortunately. Once Brock Lesnar's out of the picture, we're just going to have Paul Heyman show up, and then he's going to say, here's I am the new advocate for Ronda Rousey. And like Brock Lesnar before her, he's going to bring her to the top and have her be a reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Women's Champion.
It'll happen.
I think it will happen too. Mm-hmm. And that was the question. You actually think that would happen?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The chances of that happening?
A very, very safe bet. Very safe bet.
I think so too.
Any last thoughts on this week's Monday Night Raw?
It was a very good Raw, and the build for Elimination Chamber is really on the thumbs up category.
I agree. But that's for next week. For right now, we still have the other show this week to talk about, the one and only SmackDown Live.
Another good show, in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty solid. Had some good build. Not quite the high spots of Monday Night Raw, but still there was quite a lot going on.
The way I look at it is people don't look at SmackDown the same way they do Raw, is because Raw has the names. They have the names that WWE is really pushing to be the faces of the company. When you look at SmackDown Live, really the only real person that they actually are high on is AJ Styles and Shinsuke.
Mm-hmm.
But
granted, they'll take you far. But
granted, when you look at this week's SmackDown, neither of those guys are on SmackDown this week.
Which was really shocking, but we still got quite a bit here.
When you look at how the story progressed on this week, I actually do like the fact that he wasn't there. Building on the fact that now, considering what happened on this episode, we get to hear AJ Styles' reaction to it next week. Something to look forward to. And that build is, at first, we thought we were going to have a one-on-one match with Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin.
And then Owens and Zayn came up.
With Dolph Ziggler, the winner of the match, gets to be put into the main event at Fastlane. And, of course, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's like, no. We're going to take matters into our own hands, and we're going to beat the ever-loving shit out of Baron Corbin, and then we're going to come out to the ring and beat the ever-loving shit out of Dolph Ziggler. Baron Corbin comes out. Oh, you want some more, huh? Well, we'll be glad to abide to that request. Pow, pow, pow. Beat, beat, beat. Beat you up till you are literally nothing.
Honk, honk, punch. Gas, gas, gas.
And, of course, the build-up to that one is Shane McMahon's response. You know what? They think they got this in the bag. Well, it's not even close, because now Kevin Owens is going to face Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler is going to face Sami Zayn. And if Baron Corbin and Dolph win their matches, they're going to be put into the main event, and it's going to be it's going to be a 5-way.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Yeah. The
guess what happened?
The main event picture is really starting to pick up on SmackDown.
Baron Corbin defeated Kevin Owens, and then.
About that one. Baron Corbin's in the same boat as Elias, in my opinion.
That I totally agree with you.
Especially the last time you really saw Corbin, he lost the United States Championship to Dolph Ziggler, and in the U.S. title, he was in the U.S. title tournament, was he?
Why am I drawing a blank on that? I don't know.
He faced Bobby Roode, yes. He lost first round to Bobby Roode. Immediately, that screams, put him in a WWE Championship opportunity. What? Dolph Ziggler? Of course, I'm a fan of Ziggler. I'll say, yeah, he deserves to be there. He was a champion. Yes, he relinquished the title, but you know who else relinquished their mid-card title when they had it because they wanted to go for the bigger goal? Stone Cold Steve Austin, when he relinquished the Intercontinental Championship to The Rock. So, I'm not saying that Dolph Ziggler is in the same level as Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's just looking at storyline purposes, it's nothing new. So, when you look at the Baron Corbin Kevin Owens match, it was an okay match, not a great match.
We all want Rusev Day.
Yeah, we do. Who also wasn't on SmackDown, if I recall. At least I don't remember him being on SmackDown. So with Baron, I feel like there's other people who kind of deserve to be in that spot who are actually constantly winning matches. People are saying, why don't you just have Dolph Ziggler versus someone from the New Day in the title picture? People are even pointing at Xavier Woods, since he's the centerpiece really of the group. Which I actually think that would have been a 10 times better match than Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin, but I digress. But when you look, and then you move on to Dolph Ziggler and Sami Zayn, the people were actually more invested in this one because Sami Zayn is being the traditional heel, and even though he was a heel for a good while, Dolph Ziggler is being booked as a babyface. And now with his that new contract he signed, which apparently he's now number 3 highest paid wrestler, at least full-time wrestler. I'm not sure if that one's 100% accurate. That's just what I've read, but people are saying, yeah, the news source that said that is not that reliable, so take it as you will. But
it's enough to keep him around for whatever that's worth. For
having someone be the number 2, or in this case the number 3 babyface behind AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, why not give it to Ziggles? And he put on a really good match with Sami Zayn, and he ended up winning, and now we have a fatal 5-way. We have another situation where 2 men have been added to the title match at their respective pay-per-views. I don't see the similarities there.
I got no problem with it either. Just it's the road to WrestleMania. It's gonna be the show right before it, so I've just honestly just sort of come to accept these types of matches on the way as sort of par for the course.
To be perfectly honest.